You can truly manifest anything that you want into existence. Your heart actually knows that. Your heart knows that you can manifest anything into existence. Your mind may tell you otherwise. Your mind may tell you why it's not possible. With the over-logical mind convincing the heart why that thing cannot be manifested. But when you balance the heart with the mind perfectly, when you balance both the heart and the mind, you can actually be in perfect alignment to create exactly what you want, what your heart wants and what your mind wants, and see your dreams manifest into existence. But the key is to not get too caught up in the heart or the mind. If you get caught up in either energy and you get too lost in the heart or too lost in the mind, what happens is that it's not going to be conducive to manifesting what you want in the fastest way possible. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to align the heart with the mind so you can manifest anything that you want into existence and be in perfect alignment to create exactly what you want in the fastest way possible. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. So you got to realize that you can manifest what you want. But if you're too lost in the heart, you're too lost in trusting, you're too lost in allowing, you're too lost in surrendering, these are all beautiful things. But sometimes you need a little bit of logic to manifest too. You have to bring in the logic, you have to bring in the masculine energy, you have to bring in the push energy. Not just pulling back, but the push energy. And that's what life really is. Life is a masculine-feminine polarity. That's why we're here. We're here to balance the heart and the mind. And my belief and what I've seen happen in my experience in terms of my manifestations and also noticing how the people are manifesting is to realize that the heart and the mind are the key to manifesting what you want. The heart and the mind are the key to manifesting what you want. If you truly learn to trust your heart, but still use your logic when needed, and also use your logic when needed and not trust the heart at all because you gotta just get things done, you're going to manifest what you want into existence in the fastest way possible. Now, the heart is about trust and letting go. The heart is about a full allowing, a full opening to the universe, a vulnerability, a space of I don't know where I'm going right now, but I'm just gonna trust this weird energy anyways because this doesn't feel right to me and there's something else that does feel right to me. And the key is to learn to trust that, because without the trust in the feminine, you have nothing. Without the trust in the feminine, there's no life. There's no manifestation. And it's the same thing for the masculine. Without masculine, there's no life. There's no manifestation. The reason why you're actually here on this planet is because there's two polar energies to contrast each other, which then creates duality. And the heart is about just that trust, that letting go. If something doesn't feel right to me, well, then I'm not going to do it because I'm going to honor how I feel in my body. If I'm in a career path that doesn't feel right, even though I'm making a certain amount of money, I am going to leave anyways because it doesn't feel right. That is the heart energy. And your feminine side will always take care of you because your feminine side says, I am not going to take anything from anybody that doesn't serve my highest alignment. That's you being feminine towards yourself. That's you trusting your heart. That's you honoring who you are. You have to honor who you are. Because if you don't honor who you are, how can you honor somebody else? Now, the mind is about logic. The mind is about thinking. It's about masculine energy. It's about pushing. It's about my feelings don't matter, but I have to push this into the world anyway. Now, here's where people get caught up, is that the most important thing to understand when it comes to manifesting what you want into existence is that whatever the heart feels, the mind is going to say, nope, I don't agree with that at all. It's exactly what happened to me when I dropped out of school to follow what it is that felt right in my heart. I had a feeling that I shouldn't be in school. I had a feeling that was guiding me towards helping people in different ways. I had a feeling that was bringing me closer to something, but my mind said, nope, you can't do this. What are you thinking? You have to figure this out logically. You have to do this. Now, keep in mind that I still used my logic when I dropped out of school. But the key is to not be overly logical and just use it just enough where the heart is leading. I think that if we lead with the heart and then we balance the mind with that, I think that you're going to manifest everything that you want into existence. I think that we're protected by the universe. I think that the universe is actually bringing us what we want. I think that if you bring the heart into perfect alignment with the mind, you're going to be in perfect alignment with your manifestation and your dream life. But you have to remember that the mind will disagree with the heart. Your mind will literally start to completely give you the opposite of what feels right to you. And maybe it might not even feel 100% right to you. It might feel like, yeah, there's a part of me where this feels right, and there's a part of me that says, why am I even doing this? That's your mind getting in the way, right? It's about a deep level of trust. You see, opening up the heart is not easy. Opening up the heart can be difficult. Trusting the process can be difficult. We think that it's easy to be grateful. We think that it's easy to follow our path. No, it's actually scary. It's scary to follow your path. But here's the trick though, is that it's not actually scary, it's uncertain. The mind is scared, but the heart knows that it's in alignment. That's the thing with the heart and the mind. Following your heart isn't necessarily scary. It just requires you to be vulnerable, which can seem scary to the mind. You see what I'm saying? So when you're following your heart, that's not scary. The mind is saying that's scary. The mind is telling you that's scary, but your heart knows that it's not scary at all. Your heart knows that it's perfectly going to bring you what you want. Your heart knows that there's a higher path that's divinely bringing you to what you want to create. Your heart knows that you are protected. Your heart knows that you need to honor yourself and the people around you, but your mind will say, no. You have to figure this out logically. What are you doing? Why are you following your heart? Do what you feel. That doesn't matter. You got to get things done. And that, you know what, like, that serves a purpose too. Don't neglect the masculine energy. That serves a purpose too. If you neglect the masculine energy, well, you're not going to be able to manifest what you want either, because you have to learn how to ground yourself in this reality and be practical. But if you're too practical, now the heart's out of alignment with the mind. Now, you have to understand that what I've noticed in my experience is that the heart will always lead you down the right path. The heart will always lead you down the right path. It might not seem like it. It might not seem like it, but it will. It will. You are protected. Now you just have to remember though that if you're too much in the heart space, if you're too much in the mind, too much in the heart, the mind may actually need to come into your experience just a little bit more. Because if you're trusting too hard, that's ultimate surrender. There's no groundedness in this reality. You're thinking, Francis, what does that mean? What's groundedness? Well, you can trust all you want, but are you actually taking action on your manifestations? Are you taking the steps necessary? But when it comes to taking the steps that are necessary, that doesn't necessarily mean that those steps have to be difficult. Because the steps that we take to our manifestation, the process that we follow, the actions that we take, don't actually have to be difficult when they're aligned with the heart. When it's aligned with what feels right to you, the actions become so simple. They become so easy. And it stops being a struggle to manifest what you want into existence. It can become easy. It can be simple. It can feel like a flow. It can feel like there's a non-resistance to the present moment. And the key is to have that balance, to be connected to that inner stillness, to be connected to who you really are, where the masculine and the feminine start to go into perfect unification and you are in perfect alignment to manifest what you want into existence. And I think it's super, super critical to understand that the heart will guide you down a path where the mind will say, don't go down that path. And then other times the mind is actually needed and the heart is just there's too much heart. There's too much heart there. And you might think that having too much heart is not a bad thing, but it definitely can be, because now you're taking on certain energies that don't feel right to you, and your heart's too open. Your heart is too open to the world. There's too much of an openness. There's too much of a trust. There's not enough groundedness. And when I say groundedness, I don't mean anything negative. Action is beautiful. Action is beautiful. It doesn't have to be hard at all. It can feel so good in your body to take action. Sometimes when I don't take enough action, I start to feel a lot of anxiety in my body, because it's almost like I'm not moving the energy. I'm not moving the energy of where my heart wants to go. It's like action is almost like a movement of energy, where that's what allows the heart to flow, right? Without the action, where's the heart going to go? If there's no masculine energy, well then, like if there's no like masculine energy and there's only feminine energy, where's that energy going to go? It has to flow into something. That flow has to have a container. And that container is the masculine, is the mind, is the logic. Now, the key is to use the mind. You can have control, you can have that sense of certainty, but don't allow that to consume you. Stay conscious, stay aware when it comes to you manifesting. Stay aware of the masculine energy. Don't let the masculine energy consume you, where now you're lost in what we call the ego. It's very, very critical to understand that you can use the mind, but don't allow the mind to use you. And so actions can be so simple, and I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart, that manifesting your reality into existence can be simple, can be beautiful. And you're thinking, Francis, how do I actually balance the heart and the mind? Like, it makes sense, but I still don't know how to do it. I'll try to explain it to you in the most practical way possible, with my mind, but also my heart. It's about taking actions, taking the next logical step to your manifestation. Don't neglect the action taking process, but allow it to feel right. Allow it to feel right. And the thing with the heart too, that's a little bit confusing sometimes, is sometimes it's almost like it might not feel right to go in that direction, but it's almost like it feels right to go in a direction that doesn't feel right. It's a little bit confusing, because it might not feel right to your mind. Your mind might be thinking, that doesn't feel right. No, it does feel right. It's just your mind projecting onto reality, creating fears and creating emotions that are lying to you. Your mind is just going to lie to you. The mind will lie to you all the time and tell you why what your heart is saying is not right. And you have to understand that you can use both. It's about following that feeling. And this is the key, is that, like, again, it might not feel right, but there's a part of you that feels like it's right to go in the direction that doesn't feel right. And when I say the part that doesn't feel right, that's usually not actually the feeling. That's actually your mind getting in the way, creating some feeling. It's like, Francis, how can I tell the difference? Well, manifesting what you want into existence is about trust, uncertainty, but don't neglect that next logical thing that you have to do. It's like, oh, I need to do this now. I have to do this now. Oh, my heart feels like this is the right thing to do. Go do that thing. The heart is just, it's like a guidance system, but without the action taking, without the masculine container, there's nowhere for the heart to go. And so in a nutshell, what having the heart and the mind being in balance is really about, is about taking the next logical step, but allowing it to feel right in your heart. If it doesn't feel right in your heart, question that. Is that coming from my mind? Is my mind just projecting fear? Or is this actually not feeling right and I shouldn't go in this direction? Because if you're truly tapped into your heart space and your feminine, you'll just know if it's not right to you. Like you'll know. Like when you're out of alignment and you're in a career path that you shouldn't be doing, or you're with a friend that's out of alignment with you, your heart will know that. You're not gonna have to question it. And if you question it, that's just the mind getting in the way. When you're tapped into your heart space, you just know that this energy is not for me. You just know. Trust that feeling. Take the next logical step. But then when you say, okay, this career path's not for me, and then you feel that, and then your mind goes, wait, no, but I have to stay in this job because this money, fear, fear, fear. That's the mind getting in the way. Your heart initially told you to leave that career because it feels off, it's not the right energy for you, and then your mind starts questioning it. That's the mind controlling you. So you have to find out, when is it actually the heart space and when is it actually the mind consuming me? And the key to trust your heart is just become incredibly present to the moment and be totally honest with how you feel. But don't just do it quickly, like feel into it. Become really present. Notice your breath. Actually become present. Try to raise your consciousness as high as you can in that present moment. Then decide, does this feel right to me? Because if you don't actually do that, you might confuse your heart for your mind. It's like, oh, it doesn't feel right to me. But it's just your mind getting in the way when you knew that you should have left that situation a long time ago. And now because your mind produced so much fear, you think that, oh, my heart's telling me to stay in this thing. No, your heart told you to leave a long time ago, but your mind produced fear that made you think that you should be there when your heart has been telling you to leave that relationship, to leave that career, to do what you truly want instead. So the key to tap into your heart is to become really present to the moment and feel how in alignment it is. It's that simple. Meditation is a great tool. Becoming present to the moment and doing whatever you do in any, there's no wrong way to do this. Everyone taps into their heart in their own way. For me, it's meditation. Or maybe I just become present to the moment and just notice my breath. It's that simple. Shift my awareness from the mind to the heart. That's how you connect to your heart. You shift your awareness from the mind into the body. That's it. It's that simple. The mind will say, no, there's more than this. I need more. No, you don't. That's the mind questioning the heart. When you feel what's right, it's right. But don't do it very quickly. Feel into it for a good period of time. And you'll find that if you do that long enough, if you keep feeling into your heart space, then you keep taking the next logical action steps without questioning the heart space, that is how you align the heart with the mind. And you're going to be in perfect alignment to manifest exactly what you want into existence. So that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. As always, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.